What's up, guys? Today we're going over the Blastwave Striders, the new exotic for Titans this season. And I have some mixed feelings, really not mixed at all, on this exotic. In this video, we're going to be going over how it works, a build that really doesn't even use exotic but is kind of cool, and overall just giving my thoughts on this exotic. So the Blastwave Striders gain resistance to your explosives, defeat targets to charge this armor. Once charged, slide or deal explosive self-damage to rocket jump backwards and blast deadly shrapnel projectiles that spawn stasis crystals on impact. Charged rocket jumps grant frost armor. So seeing how all of that works, the first thing is you take less self-damage from explosions, including GLs, rockets, whatever it is, which is kind of nice if you're in a situation where you find yourself dying a lot during DPS with a GL or rocket. Maybe you could use this. It's not something I would personally ever use, but you know, you could use it for that situation. The next part of the exotic is as you get kills with anything, you'll charge up your Blastwave Striders, and it takes quite a lot of kills to charge up, probably like 20-ish. And once you have it fully charged, you can go ahead and slide or take self-damage to create a bunch of stasis crystals all over the place and do these like shrapnel missiles. You can also proc these crystals by inflicting self-damage with an explosive, and you kind of go flying when you do it, which is kind of cool. So maybe there is some like hidden movement tech with these things. Overall, you create 8 crystals when you use your charge, and also 8 missiles, but these kind of go all over the place. It's very hard to directly hit wherever you want, so it's not something you can use to do like burst damage on a single target. It's gonna be mostly for situations where there's kind of enemies all over the place. And you get 5 frost armor stacks instantly when you proc the charge, and even with the rhyme fragment it's still 5, it just will be a longer duration. So that is how the exotic works, but overall I'm just not a huge fan of these for a few reasons. One, I feel like it takes a little bit too long to charge up. Number 2, I don't like how you can activate it with slides. Now I don't think they should get rid of that part. Maybe make it so you have to hit a key or do something while sliding to activate it, because I find myself using the charge on accident all the time with this exotic. I slide quite a lot. Basically every time before I ADS I will slide, and I will just randomly use exotic without meaning to. So maybe there needs to be like a noise to tell you that you're fully charged. I'm not staring at my buffs at all times. I don't know what they can do to fix that. I don't know if that's just a me problem, but I find myself using it all the time when I don't want to. And the third reason is I'm not a huge fan of the fact that the crystals are kind of random and very spread out along with the missiles. I kind of want this to feel more like the hazardous propulsion, the rocket chest piece from the final shape, where you can kind of use it for a quick burst of DPS or single target damage. And this doesn't feel like that. This is more for just general ad clear. Once again, the radius and the randomness of these crystals and missiles is so wide and so unpredictable that it's kind of hard to get what you want out of it unless you're literally surrounded by hundreds of enemies. There's going to be a lot of times where crystals just aren't in the spot where enemies are, the missiles are the miss. So overall, with how long it takes to charge up, with how often you accidentally use the charge, and the fact that the effect itself isn't that strong in my opinion, I just don't really see myself ever using these zines. But maybe I just kind of suck at the game, and maybe these zines are great and you found a really fun way to use them. If that's the case, don't let me stop you from doing that. But I just don't really see myself using these in almost any situation. The one build I was using with these, which I'm just gonna mouse through, it's just like a generic stasis build for Titan. It really doesn't have anything to do with the exotic. The exotic doesn't really enhance the build outside of the fact that you create 8 crystals, and shooting the crystals will spawn in shards, and more shards obviously feeds into your melee. But outside of that, it doesn't really interact with the build or stasis really in any way, which I guess is another reason I'm disappointed compared to the 2 other exotics the other characters got. I think the Warlock and Hunter exotics are great, not only for what they do, but they have great synergy with their subclasses, and I think this one just kind of fails in all those different categories. Anyways, let me know what you think about this one down below. Overall, just kind of hate this exotic, and I'm not sure what they could even do to make me want to use it. Anyways, like usual, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.